Hello everyone, and welcome to a GenMouse45 video. If this is your first time finding me, welcome. I sometimes post on YouTube at least once a month, if not twice a month, like today's video. But yes, you can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm on all the socials, so check out that link tree. And I'm also on Discord. I mostly communicate with different fandom communities. I run several different communities such as like Cosplay Tea Time, couple little secret projects, and also Shattered Nights. So and not only that, when I started using Discord, especially with like a lot of people involved, I noticed some folks were doing these little like slash marks with like a couple letters beside them, or even just a letter. So I was pretty curious, so I asked about it. I'm like, hey, like what does that mean? And I was informed that those are called tone indicators, or also known as tone tags. I was like, okay, so I'm a little bit curious about that, so I decided to go and do my research on what are tone indicators, when are they used, what do the letters stand for, and found quite a bit of information. So whenever I was chatting with folks in Discord that were using the tone tags, or that I kind of knew used tone tags, I would then use the tone tags appropriately. Sometimes I would even ask and be like, is this the right one? They're like, yeah, you're fine, you're doing great. And then as I started messaging more, I realized I just started using the tone tags pretty frequently, and just used it at the end of my messages, because sometimes I can be a little bit strict or mean, like that inner teacher voice. You can kind of hear it in your head whenever you're reading a message from me sometimes, and I do apologize. But yes, so I started tacking them on so that way folks would know, like, hey, this is meant to be genuine, this is supposed to be lighthearted, this is supposed to be more serious. So that's kind of where it all began. I feel like whenever you're conversing with someone, like in person or over the phone, like, you know, you can get that sense of tone from body language or how a person's talking, but through messaging, I feel like tone can get lost or mistranslated, in a sense that maybe I'm trying to be genuine, but then somebody takes it as offensive, and it's like, oh, but I didn't mean it for it to be that way, like, I'm sorry, like, just want to have this conversation with you about such and such. So that's why I've started using tone tags a bit more. Today's video is all about tone tags, what I've looked up, what I've researched. I definitely use them more within the Discord communities. However, I have seen them used on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok a bit, so not as frequent as Discord, but definitely quite a bit. And I want to start using that more with friends and family that I talk to. Maybe not all the time, but if there's like a time where I'm like, hey, I'm being serious, like I want to be able to put like /SRS and be like, this is a serious tone, like I'm not joking anymore, or something like that. So I wanted to do a video on what tone tags are, when they're used, and how they're used, and kind of what their meaning is to me. Of course, everyone's going to interpret differently, but this is just kind of like my understanding. So do enjoy the video. Nice little colorful slides with some music. I'm starting with like the most common, most frequently used, especially that I use, then the more serious ones, and then the not so common ones, but they're pretty good to know just in case. So I will have references at the end. There will be links down below, so do be sure to check those out, and I hope you enjoy.